Well, welcome back to another Talk with Butch Tuesday. Today, the incomparable, bald, beautiful Joseph Gesullo. Hello, Joseph.
Incomparable. Okay, I'll take it.
I don't know why I always start. I can never think of adjectives to describe people when we start these things. So everybody's awesome,
Mhm.
amazing, incomparable, whatever.
Yeah.
But I do like your haircut, so
Thank you.
we do match that way. Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell people who you are, what you do.
Sure. I'm Joseph Gesullo, a financial advisor, partner with Alliance Wealth Management. We do financial planning and investment planning.
So that Alliance Wealth Management is your own business, right?
That is correct.
Yeah. So you used to be part of a bigger corporation and you've kind of still
We kind
are?
of we went off on our own. Waddell and Reed was who we originally worked for. We're still a part of them in the fact that they do our compliance. They make sure that our back office is straight and correct, but pretty much we're off on our own.
So you've got a lot of weight behind you. You're not just four
Absolutely.
guys sitting in an office in Phoenix.
Exactly.
When you say financial advisor, what does that mean exactly for your business?
It means a lot of things to different people. Sometimes people want help. We get people that know nothing about investing. They've got money, but they don't know what to do. So we sit down, come up with a plan, and tell them why and where we're putting this. Sometimes we have people, a lot of times, that they know about investing. They come to us and they say, "We need to buy this or we need to buy that. Can you get it for us?" So really, our clients are from people that have no knowledge when it comes to finances, all the way up to the experts, and they just need help actually buying certain
Mhm.
products.
Awesome. And you've been doing this for a long time now.
This is my 17th year.
That's awesome.
It,
That's
I
awesome.
thought it'd be great bragging about that, but the higher the years, the older you are. So,
Right, right. We won't talk about age at all. We won't talk about age. I do notice your beard's a little browner today than it was last time I saw you.
yeah, sometimes that little dye jumps in there.
Yeah, no, you have to do it. You have to do it. All right. So, I'm doing these videos because I want to promote my coaching and I want to promote your business as well. And you are my financial advisor. I've got my piddly savings with you, but they're twice as much as they were when I put them in with you. So, piddly savings grow as well. So that's pretty awesome. So the question I always ask people when I work with them as a coach is, why do you do what you do? You've been doing this for 17 years. So there's got to be a good reason that you keep doing this because there's a lot easier ways to make money than being a financial advisor. So why do you do what you do?
That's a good question. And I think the why changes over time. And in the beginning, I was laid off after September 11th, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And I really have always been wanting to get into stocks and bonds, and I didn't really know how to do that. But once I decided that's what I wanted to do, the reason in the beginning really was for me. I wanted to make money. I wanted to have a big house and a car and do all of those things. But, after you've been in the business for a little while and you do it that way, there is no satisfaction. Sure, you're making okay money, but you it's not really now my why is all about the clients. It's all about, being in 17 years. I've been to a ton of client funerals, client graduations, things that you're a part of people's lives. And that's the interesting part to me, is actually growing with them and seeing how people's lives change because of the decisions that you help them make. So the why for me is the people that I get to work
Yeah. It's funny you say that because longevity in business definitely comes from operating in service of other people, making a difference for others.
with. Sure.
And for you, bringing security protection for people. And I've heard you tell stories I've known you for a long time and share stories that you really do this for others. And the trappings that come with it, the cars, the house, the vacations, and you love your vacations, that's the result of helping enough people. So really having a business focused on service is the huge secret to success. So give me a success story. Give me one of those experiences where you've helped somebody grow their wealth, grow their income.
I think one of the success stories is I've had a client that he just retired. Gosh, it was probably about a year and a half ago. And he was with me. He was one of my first clients, him and his wife. We sat down, we did a plan, and they pretty much stuck to that plan for the next 15 years. And to actually be able to go to dinner with them, to go to his retirement, party, his dinner with all of his friends there. And actually I was a part of that. It's, I mean, you really can't describe that feeling that, he's done. You've grown the things that you've needed to grow. He took your advice. And now he's off. Him and his wife are retired, and you almost feel like they're your kids and they're older than you.
Right.
But those are the feelings that are great when you get to it, when they get to a point and they actually took your advice. I mean, I really feel like our job is a big responsibility. When you're giving out financial advice, it could go in a couple different ways, and so you have to have different plans, and they don't always go the way you want them to go. But when people get to an end, and this happens a lot because we do a lot of college funding, and now, 10, 15 years ago, you're putting money in for kids, and now they're actually going to college. You really help, you kind of feel responsible for helping them get
there. Yeah. I heard recently a great definition of financial independence is having your investments pay you enough that you can choose to work or not work. You can choose to how to live your life, that your passive income comes the right way. So I'm finally starting to put, now that I'm 58 years old, a little bit of money away for the future that I never, ever planned for before. So thank you for your help with that. Joseph, you've been in this a long time. You've learned quite a few things about business. If you can go back in time and give yourself some advice, when would you go back to and what would you tell yourself?
I think I would go back to before I got into this business, which I was probably about 35 when I got in. I would go back and tell myself to relax more, to enjoy, not party more or things like that, but not be so stressed. Because I know people in their 20s now, early and mid 20s, that are so stressed because they don't have their career yet. And when they hear my story, and see where I'm at today, and they find out that, wow, you were 35 and you finally found out what you're doing. Don't stress so much in your early time, because 30 years down the road, you're probably not doing what you think you're going to be doing. So just enjoy the journey more.
Gotcha. Enjoy the journey. I like that. Now, I always like to end with something personal, and you do enjoy the journey. Something you've said in the past that I think is really great wisdom, and I want you to just talk about a little bit, is you always say you always have your next vacation planned. You always know where you're going next. So where are you going, and why is that so important to you?
I don't know, traveling ever since I was a kid. When I was 16, I said to my mother, "Hey, I'm driving to Chicago," and that was when I lived in Philly. Or I'm going to take a bus to California for 3 months. My parents were very trusting of me in that, and work and play are very important to me. So play for me is vacation. So I always have that lined up so that when I'm at work, not only my clients inspiring me to do what I should be doing, but I always have that extra thing ready to do. And my favorite place is London. That's my every year. Obviously last year I didn't make it. So that's trip number one. That's as soon as everything opens, that's where I'm headed.
How many times have you been to London?
Probably 18 to 20, and you kind of stop counting.
I've been there once. I loved it. I would love to go back. So yeah. That's on the agenda. All right. Well, anything else you want to share with people watching today?
No, I'm hoping as this pandemic, dies down, people go out, they spend some money, get this economy going. But, at the same time, just enjoy where you're at today. I mean, there's so much going on in the country, the government, with health wise. Just enjoy where you are today. I would say that's really
awesome. That's great. And I agree with that. Spend money, support the economy, support local restaurants. They really need it right now.
Absolutely.
And I want to thank you. Thanks for being on with me, but thanks for another thing. So you and I have been in a networking group together for the last 7 years or so. We just had our 7-year anniversary of the networking group. And, I started my coaching business about 2 years ago. And a lot of that came because of you. Doing this meeting and meeting with business owners and entrepreneurs for years and listening to I've been privileged to have so much education and background in transformational thinking and how it relates to business over the years. And you were the one that pushed me to do something with that knowledge and experience. You were the one that pushed me, said, you should do something with this.
Yeah.
So I have to thank you for helping me get moving in the direction that really is my inspiration and passion.
I appreciate that. And going back with you, I would say everybody's really busy with their time. My time is very valuable. I have a lot to do with clients. But if there is something that you're speaking at, if there is a class you're teaching, if there's, because you've done these before, you'll have a 3-hour event. I'm canceling what I have that time and then coming to listen to you. You are that inspiring, and you know how to talk to an audience. And after 3 hours, to have them go, "Oh, when's this next one? I hope it's coming up soon." So you are a dynamic speaker.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me, Joseph. And if you're watching, thanks very much. If you are looking for some guidance in how to invest your money and build future wealth, please give Joseph a call. His information's on the screen. And if you're a business owner or an entrepreneur and you're looking for support in growing and managing your business, and particularly dealing with staying focused and in action, action's the only thing that produces results. I am a business coach that can help you do that. Butch Lieber, Gesullo Business Coaching. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Talk with Butch Tuesday.